Hi Year 8, this is a video about drawing a line from a table of values. So this is what we're doing. We're plotting a graph or a line from this table of values. So this is the example I'm going to use. And my table of values, if you remember from last time, is just a table with some x values and some y values. And those x and y values give us coordinates or points on a number plane. So my first point is the point -2 and 5. So x comes first and then y. My second point from my table of values is -1 and 3. So x first and then y. My third point, well, the x coordinate is 0 and the y is 1. So my point will be at 0 and 1. My next coordinate is at 1 and -1, so the x is 1 and the y is -1. And the last one is 2 and -3. So we've got x is 2 and y is -3. Okay, so our next step is to draw up a number plane. And I'm just writing here to remind myself that the x is first and the y is second. Okay, so a number plane. That means we need a ruler, drawing a vertical line and a horizontal line. And I want you to make your number planes quite big, about 1/3 of a page. We need arrows on each of the ends to indicate that the lines keep going forever. Putting an X on the horizontal and a Y on the vertical to remind myself where the X and the Y's go. And now I need to put numbers on my axes. And this is easier for you because you're going to count along the number of boxes. It doesn't matter how many boxes that you use in your grid book, but it does matter that the numbers are evenly apart. So I'm having to guess, but you can measure with your book. And once I've got my lines in, I'm going to number. So remembering that this point in the center, the cross, is where we have 0. So if I start x is 0 and then x is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming back to 0, going back the other direction, -1, -2, -3, -4. Okay, and now for the y-axis, once again starting at 0, counting up, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, really important we don't skip any numbers, and then -1, -2, -3, -4. You can keep going on and do as many numbers as you like, but I can see from my points over here, the biggest number I need is 5. So I'm going to stop there. Okay, so red point first. I have -2 and 5, so I need to find x is -2, y is 5, and put a dot there. All right, blue point. So I've got -1 and 3. So x is -1, y is 3, and I'm going to put a dot there. Now the green point. Now the green one has 0 and 1. So x is 0. So whereabouts is 0 on the x-axis? Well, it's right in the center. So 0 and 1 is my green point. Now you don't need to do these in colours. You can do them all in pencil. Now my yellow point is 1 and -1. So x is 1, y is -1. There's my yellow point. And finally, I've only got black left, so 2 and -3. So x is going to be 2, which is here, and y is -3. And there's my point. Right, and the very last step is that we're going to join these up. I'm going to join them up with a ruler. I'm going to do it freehand because I don't have a ruler. But you're going to use a ruler or a sharp edge, and you should find that you get a straight line. And our straight line needs arrows on the end to show that the line keeps going on forever. And we're done. So let's go over the steps to draw a line from a table of values. So the first step is to draw up a number plane, and that means labeling the axes with the X and the Y and writing the numbers on the axes. The second step is to use the table of values that you've been given to find the coordinates of the points, remembering that X is the first one. So it's on the top of the table of values and it's the first coordinate. Then we plot our points, and finally we connect the points with a ruler or other straight object, making sure we put an arrow on either end of the line.